WW3, here's the question. We're going to do a little live stream on it. I want to get your input on this. Is it starting on Tuesday? Yep. Speculation of World War III has been ongoing for years due to geopolitical situations. Nostradamus Baba Vanga has also predicted the possibility of World War III. Indian astrologer predicts exact date of possible global conflict. Now, I'm telling you this now because you got 96 hours, actually a little less, well, depending on where you are. So if you guys need to get any last minute, World War III gifts, this is kind of, we're in red line right now, okay? So you need to take this seriously, and you need to go and get her done now, because on Tuesday, June 18th, we are going to have a little nuclear action going on, or something of a WW3 start. Okay? Constant speculation, possibility. Definitely have a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, which are kind of freaky-deaky and making it so people think that possibly a WW3 type situation is going to happen. So, yeah. Historians looking at the geopolitical situations in the world. I am technically a historian, and I am looking at the geopolitical situations in the world. And I can tell you, there's a lot of ish going on. There's a lot of bad stuff, very parallel to a lot of things going on in that went on in World War I, and a lot of things that happened in World War II. So, you could make the claim. So, astrologer Nostradamus, of course, said that we'd be entering into the Third World War around this time. And Baba Vanga, too, made predictions on the possibility. His real name is Kushal Kumar. Indian astrologer Kushal Kumar has claimed to foresee the exact start date, June 18th, 2024. So if you don't really know where you are right now, maybe you're drunk, maybe you're at a bar, you decided to pull up the old PrepperNow as you're getting another shot of tequila. You might know that this might be one of your last shots of tequila ever if Kushal Kumar is correct. Okay? He says Tuesday, June 18th, 2024, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong, and we are going to start to see it. Last month, in a blog post, Medium, he wrote, Tuesday 18th, June 24th, strongest planetary stimulus to trigger World War III, although 10 and 29 June may have a say as well. So we're already past the 10th of June, so that's the good news. Now, the 29th of June, that's I hope actually that doesn't, 29th of June would be bad for me. Okay, the 18th of June actually works very well. As I was saying on Crisis Report, we'll be home. We'll be back in our protected little farmstead, and we can go get food and, be a little bit more prepared. We're on vacation right now from our preps and everything. I mean, we got a little go bag so we can make it a few days. But if World War III were to go on, we would have a little bit of a problem down here, at least with, some of the sustainability of things. Good news is we're in a pretty place. So it's a great, great place to, we could bathe in the nuclear waves of the Atlantic Ocean here and take in the radioactivity. Maybe even get taken out by a coast killer, by the Russians. That's that torpedo thing that can I think it's called the Poseidon, comes in and hits the coast and nukes everything a few miles in. So, all joking aside, no one knows the time of date or any of this stuff, but I think it's interesting to talk about all this. I mean, the guys got some points. Personally, I don't think that astrology is going to be what really makes it so a WW3 type situation happens. Okay. Now I find astrology, kind of fun, but really, it's nothing that I rely on by any stretch of the imagination. So Kumar is a worldwide known Vedic astrology writer and based in Panchkula's Sector 20, Haryana. Sounds like something out of a movie. He predicted the date after the death of former Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi and 7 others in an air crash on the 19th of May. Okay, so we all remember back to that fateful day. Since then, there have been a lot of other problems going on with leaders of the world. Previous articles, he also said World War III or something comparable might likely break out during the 29th of March to 21st of April. So he's gotten it wrong before. Okay, so I guess that's good news. Like, if he had gotten everything he said right, I might be a little more worried, but that's a beautiful thing about these kind of predictions. You can kind of float them out there, and if you don't have to always be right. You can always say something happened. Oh, well, the planets didn't align that certain way I thought, or we didn't take into consideration floating by, or that kind of stuff. So he added that it may take its fold some or most countries mentioned in the list. Sea will be the center of operations mostly, while some operations or places lesser in the estimates or reckoning may grow operative in use. So I'm on the ocean currently. That doesn't work well for me, Mr. Kumar. So if we could just hold off, hold to Tuesday. I like Tuesday. Tuesday works. Tuesday's a workable day for me and my family. We can float back up to home in lovely rural Maryland, where we're surrounded by food producers and other people that like to go pew pew, and it works for us. It's a good time for us. Which, I mean, is there really a good time for World War III? Seriously. But let's in all honesty, if you have not seen all the stuff going on around, go check out the latest crisis report. For those that don't know, I've got basically a news thing where I go and I talk about all the stuff going on, and there is a lot going on right now. Putin basically shot down a ceasefire, or proposed one, but then it wasn't taken by NATO. And then he's kind of like, well, why are you guys even responding to this? This doesn't affect you, or it's not about you. You've got the whole thing going on in Taiwan with China. You've got the whole thing going on in the Middle East. I mean, there's a lot of, biblical potential here. Right now, Hezbollah, from what they've been saying on Channel 12, which is kind of like their CNN, it's literally from the government itself, CIA news network. They're basically saying we're waiting for the call. You drop the dime, it goes in, we pick up the phone, you say, let's start mucking things up in southern Lebanon, northern Israel, we're ready to go. That's what the IDF is saying right now. For better or for worse. So, I don't know. A lot of problems going on. A lot of things. Operation Unthinkable can destroy Britain, France within one day, says military experts. Obviously talking about the threats that Mr. Putin has put towards the Western European countries. Reason why is because, well, he knows, and it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that a lot of the Western countries are giving military assistance and even potentially have boots on the ground in Ukraine itself. Now, of course, they're calling them advisors, But you might remember another conflict in South Asia called Vietnam, where we had advisors. Didn't really look like they were sitting on the sideline teaching people how to lace their shoes up and go into battle. So, I don't know. World War III is, I mean, personally, I've already said it. I've said that I think it's already started, to be honest with you. We're just kind of in a cold phase. We're in a logistical phase right now. People have to get their act together. They got to get, boots on the ground. Just today, in our American House of Representatives, they basically said 18 to 26-year-olds, selective service is going to be taking their names down, a little bit of a naughty list, if you will, and saying that, should we need to heed the call, 18 to 26-year-olds are going to have to be ready to step up. I tell my students that are not quite that age yet, but I tell them that, you better have good things going on. You better be doing something that will make it so you don't have to go in and fight the good fight, because, to be honest with you folks, good fight's coming. Lithuania, I think they just basically put in conscription, also known as a draft. Germany has definitely been talking about it. France, they've been talking about a lot of Western European countries. IDF, I mean, all of them have mandatory service, so they're ready to roll. Ukraine has got problems too. A lot of posts coming out. I put it out on my community not too long ago, where it's literally grandpas like suiting up. I mean, it's frightening. It's actually kind of sad too, because that's where they're at. But also, I saw another one yesterday I reported on, where it literally was teenage girls that are being conscripted, or at least set up for mobilization. As the controller, air quotes, of a teenage girl, she will not be fighting. Just like to let everybody know that, okay? We can definitely make it so that fight doesn't happen. Who needs thumbs, right? Yeah, we will. I don't know, and I think a lot of people are starting to have this realization. A lot of people are realizing that things are in a very precarious state, and we are going to see a lot of people out there that are trying to make it so the world order is basically kicked in the nuts in this new one that is an order of the world comes in. Reported on the crisis report about the Rothschild Bank setting up new negotiations with the Saudis, and the Saudis, of course, are looking to join the BRICS, and the Saudis don't have to use the dollar anymore for negotiated petrodollar use for the oil situation. So what does that look like for America? It looks bad, to be honest with you. We don't have the structure of the petrodollar anymore. So now you've got all this stuff going on. You got financial turmoil. You've got a loss of control. You've got a loss of influence, all of these things. So it kind of makes sense that maybe on Tuesday, the old WW3 is going to come rolling down the pike. I don't know if you guys have that on your bingo card. Some people do. The 2024 is the year. I think it basically started when the SMO happened in 2022, and then you tack on the Middle East situation, and eventually, I think, inevitably, again, hope I'm wrong, Taiwan and China. So what do you think? Tuesday work for you guys? So per his analysis, he also mentioned some persons charged with authority to govern in some countries may find it tough and hard to cope up with the major worrisome emerging scenario. Some are likely to be seriously unwell or may even resign. Upheavals in the political scene cannot be ruled out. In short, where vulnerable, The contemporary planetary movement suggests that army may step in to take control. So they're talking about martial control, as in the law is done through martial. By the way, that's spelled Martial. Okay, it's not Marshall like my name's Marshall McGillicuddy. Nice to meet you. It's Martial. Okay, just so you know. I could see that. I could. There you go. There's a doom scene for you. I could see that. So, you know, a lot of these countries, I mean, think about all the people that have resigned. Let's talk about that real quick. You know, they say that's a big sign. Klaus has basically just stepped down. For those that don't know, he's part of the WEF. WEF, these are the cricket people. I mean, they're not people that are crickets. They really like to have that crunchy taste. Yeah, the WEF, the Klaus, he resigned, or he stepped down. Now his little crickets, his little buddies, his son and family, they're going to take over that fantastic institution. We've seen a lot of leaders have problems. There's someone, if you know, like a list, there's lists out there. People have been taking it. Lists of people that have stepped down, or different CEOs, different leaders and stuff. I actually had a bit of a theory, even consider to be just a little bit conspiratorial. Okay, so let me just flesh this out with you. I want to see what you think. I don't know if it's true. I just want to make sure that you can hear what I'm saying, and you can make your own decisions. I could be wrong, but I want to do a thought exercise with you on this. All right, so the current people that are in control of the West and NATO, America, France, Britain, a lot of these people that have been pushing are facing electoral challenges, okay? A lot of things they're doing are unpopular. What if, and this is a big what if, okay, air quotes. What if they set everything up knowing that they're going to become incredibly unpopular, like a lot of them are? If you followed the elections in Europe, Modi, also unpopular. Africa, the ANC, lost their majority. I mean, there's a lot of electoral seismic activity going on. So what happens if these groups go in and they let the new people come in and they take over, and, everything just kind of happens because it was all set in motion already by all the crazy stupidity that's gone on. And they're like, all right, you're in control of the bus, and they're driving the bus, and they look at the bus and like, holy crap, we're going down a hill straight into a brick wall, and I can't control this thing. And then they hit the brick wall, WW3 goes crazy and goes on, and everybody's like, these people are terrible. We need to get the old people back, because that's what they do when it comes to a democracy. They go and they switch back. They say, oh, these people were terrible. Look what they did. They got us into WW3, even though they haven't been running around for too long. Like, they were supposed to fix my entire financial system and keep my child from going to war in 5 months. And they didn't do that. Kind of a tall order if you think about it, right? So then all of a sudden people are like, holy crap, bring Macron back. Bring back Western person, Rishi Sunak. Bring them all back. I want them back. And they come back and they're like, hey, we're here to help. We heard you guys were into some World War III. We're going to try and right the ship. And then they get back into control and they keep doing the crazy stuff they do. What do you think about that? Ordo Apkea. Oh my gosh. I see what you did there. Yeah. Order out of chaos. Interesting. Yeah, what do you think? I have these feelings all the time where it literally is the order out of chaos kind of thing. And they get it all crazy, and then they're like, all right, now you can have your leader. And the leader gets in there, and they've got like a feces sandwich as a working kind of situation. And then everybody's like, because everybody now is so impatient. We were talking about that with my parents tonight about the commercials out there. All the commercials now. And I don't watch TV. I watch what I like to call Ished Vision with my wife, which is her fault, like watching love stories and stuff. So it's all on demand. It's all streaming. We don't pay for the regular TV, so we don't get the regular commercials. So we don't really see it. It's kind of nice. We'll get like a little ad, buyrealtor.com or dish soap or something like that. But it's not like the full-on pharma ads that you see on Fox News where they've got all these different products that they're trying to sell you for irritable bowel syndrome, too many pimples on your left hand, whatever it may be. Like everybody in America now, in the West, is really just like a big wuss that wants all of their problems solved with a shot or with a pill. So when we get this leader to come in and they're like, hey, we're here to help, and you're like, all right, here's your crap sandwich, good luck. And then after 6 months, they don't fix anything because there's no way they can. We're like, all right, bring the old guys back in. Bring them back in. Let's go. Bring in Macron. Bring in Rishi Sunak. Go get Joe. He's probably wandering off in the field. Bring him back in. Seriously. I think that's what happens. I think we are incredibly impatient. And nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to fix it. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of my little conspiracy theory? Back to World War III on Tuesday. You guys ever watch the Orson Welles Nostradamus thing from like 1980? You guys that show freaked me the F out. I have to be honest with you. It's Orson Welles. And, Orson at that time was late in his career and was doing commercials. He did one for Dark Tower, a really awesome, I think it was a video game. He did one for a wine. If you ever get a chance, go check out Orson Welles' drunk commercial. I'm pretty sure it's still up on YouTube, but it's Orson Welles trying to sell a wine, and he's hammered. Like, the actors around him are like, this is Orson Welles, one of the greatest actors of all time. We're trying to be serious, and he is just freaking plastered. Can barely form sentences. Go check that one out. Anyway, the video, the Nostradamus Orson Welles, I think it's 1980, something like that, movie about it. I got to tell you what, that thing freaked me out. But honestly, there's some rhyming going on. There's some things going on that were foretold. If I remember correctly, he said in that according to Nostradamus, like the 2040s are when WW3 ends or works it out, and there's a brand new harmony over the earth. Now, but if I do remember, he said like early 2000s is when it started. I think he said 2001. But if you got your bingo card, you could say that possibly with the whole war on terror. The Lower Manhattan thing. That was kind of a big to-do. That started the Patriot Act and all that. And now here we are with the NDAAs telling us that your grandchildren need to get their boots dusted off because put me in, coach. I'm ready to shoot. I saw a video today of a Russian soldier get his legs blown off. I got to tell you, it's real. It's real. My kids are thankfully really young, of age. I do not want them anywhere near this thing. But it's starting on Tuesday, so according to Kamar, I don't know. Honestly, do you really think that it's going to start on Tuesday? All right, let's go back to basics. Do you think that WW3 has already started. If you do, put a 1. If you don't, if you think we got a ways to go, put a 2, okay, into the chat. I'm of the 1 kind of mentality. I personally think, all right, we'll see, there we go, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay. I'm of the 1 mentality, but I'm a firm believer, and thank you all for your wonderful response. Seems it's about, you know. All right, wait, here we go. What do we got? Someone put my name. The war week starts on Monday during business. Eric, thank you very much, bud. I forgot about that. You got a war during business hours. And where is that? Is it out in Taiwan? This guy is making it sound like it's going to start in Asia, which, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. It might start out in Asia. So, you know, it could be like 5 o'clock in the evening on Monday, and we're making dinner, and, you know, all of a sudden they're like, hey, Taiwan and China are chucking missiles at each other, and there's a big to-do going on out there right now. What would you do? What would be your first thing to do? See, we are in the slow roll of taking our preps. We have a big prep room in the basement of my mother-in-law's house, but she's moving. She's getting ready to try to sell her farm and downsize, because she can do this. If she does it right, she'll have no mortgage. And so all of our preps in her, you know, prep room, which I've had videos on it before, those that are old school, you know, we're transitioning them. We're bringing them over to our place 30 minutes away, and we're waiting for her to get set up in the new digs and everything. And then when that happens, you know, she's still going to have land. She's got a horse farm, so she can't just, like, not have a farm. But she's got to do some stuff. She's got to fix it, right? Make it work for her. So we're transitioning all of our preps over to the house, which we want to have it in our place anyway. Our place is pretty hardened. We have everything we need. We like our neighbors a lot. We're all a very cohesive unit. Country folks. Some people are really good at you know, gardening, and others are you know, just we have a little cohesive little area out in the country with our neighbors down the street. So we like where we are. I'm in a good feeling if there is Tuesday World War III. But we're getting our preps over. We've got stuff there, you know, like the generators are all there now. Half the food is there, but we still have a lot of stuff over at the bug out farm. And the bug out farm is really good because it is in the freaking hills of West Virginia. Like, it's deep. I mean, there's probably only about 42 teeth amongst most of the residents in the direct couple miles radius around where the bug out farm is, which we like. There's a reason why Ed, Prepper Nurse 1, chose the great state of West Virginia for his World War III digs, you know, because, well, it is what it is. We are in a time of conflict, and people are worried, and they should be. I mean, I don't remember all the craziness going on with the wars and the SMO and China, Taiwan, and, you know, the Middle East. The Middle East one is the most concerning. I mean, there really could be a thing going on right now between Hezbollah and Israel. It might have already started. They're literally waiting for the call. They're waiting for the call to get in there and put me in, coach. So, but I don't know. I just wanted to alert people of this Kushal Kamar guy. Is World War III starting on Tuesday? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. Or you could think like a lot of us here. It's already started. And we're just in a cold phase of it. So, I don't know. Whatever you're doing is probably, if you're listening to this broadcast, you're probably a prepper or somewhere in that realm. And you should be getting prepared and ready for such craziness. Because, well, it's getting bad out there. But I think we're going to cut this one off, folks. Please, in the top right corner, hit that like button, hit the 3 dots, or as you leave and you click out, hit the like button there. That engagement does help. YouTube does like that. We're on good terms with YouTube right now. They've been very nice to us as of late. We like that. We'll try to be nice back. So leave a comment. If you are new here, you can hit the bell for the subscription and darken it out for all the notifications. But yeah, hopefully you guys are going to have a great night. We won't be broadcasting tomorrow because I'll be on the road home. People in green, right down there, those are members. Check out the membership if you are so inclined and like what we're doing here. Or check out the links in the description if you want to follow me on the other social medias and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, okay? Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully Kamar is wrong. And there is no World War III on Tuesday, okay? Until then, God bless. Stack, stock, stick to the plan. Keep it on the swivel and your powder dry. And we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend, folks.